Previously on This Old Outboard.
I did it again with the friggin' video camera. I'll go over real quick what had happened. Unbelievable. I wasn't getting any fuel coming through my little low-speed circuit in the top three little holes up here, top of the carb. And I threw a couple of drops of Dawn in there and reamed everything out with the little reaming tool, and still didn't seem to be coming out. So I went over, took the hose, stuck the nozzle right here, turned the hose on, boy, and psh, was shooting out of the two little holes and the third one in the back. So it was all cleaned out, and then I did my test where it drained. Still looked like it was draining a little slow, so I did it again, and the second time it was shooting through real hot and heavy. So then what was happening here, the little clip that hangs onto the needle was on upside down. That's why the float was sticking up like this before. So I flipped that over, put it on, and everything's all cleaned out, sprayed out, ready to go, putting it back together here. And I adjusted the drop on it. It was a little bit low in my opinion. And I bent the little tab, brought it up a little bit, and I look over at the camera, and it said, "Stand by." And I'm like, it's not going to be one of them days. Please don't let it be one of them days. Alright, so right here on this cam follower, there's a groove that's been more in there. Also, I noticed too, I'll show you in a minute, on the cam, there's also a groove down on the high speed. You know, I didn't notice it until I was watching those videos back. You see right there's a pretty good sized dent from rubbing on the cam. So I was thinking, buzz that out a little bit. Maybe drop a little JB weld in there. Smooth it out. Because that will affect everything. So rather than cut a groove in there deeper, I'm just going to hit it with a little bit of sandy papy. So the JB weld has something to hold on to. It's, you know, I don't want to make the groove bigger than it's necessary. It's just going to be a little dab. And it may or may not work, but it ain't going to hurt to try. Come on, son, come out for me. Okay, so I left it a little bit raised. Let it dry up and smooth it out. Alright, so there it is, sanded. I think that'll work. Like I said, if it holds, it holds. If she don't, she don't. So I was wondering too if this thing was firing on only one cylinder, but that was both. If it was only one cylinder, this would have all of them unburnt fuel and oil mixed in there. So I stopped off at my storage unit and picked this puppy up. A couple handles here. And this puppy, and I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do it and put that on there. It's in great shape. It's not all stretched out. So if I put this on there, then I'd have to put a kill switch, or the owner could just choke it to death. Is it gonna work? It's gonna hit. Is there a stop position? See, this is different. So I'm debating on whether I'm gonna do all that, because like I said, this is gonna be a flip. If it was something I was keeping, you know, I would put that on there and put a stop button on it. So I don't know. So again, I'm putting a little marine grease. Little dab will do you. I had a little moly lube in there too. So here's something that I missed. Right there. It's war. And on high speed. I didn't see it in the last video because the angle, when you look at it now, you know, lift it up like that, you can see it. And then I did put a little bit of JB Weld on there, so that should hold for a while, I hope, anyway. Said you'd be coming back this way again, maybe. Alright. La 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 lee. I'm gonna say about right there. There you go. Right on the Monet. For me to put a kill switch on here, I'd have to drill a hole. Whoops, there went that. The magnet on the antenna I mentioned. Anyway, like I was saying, I have to drill some holes in the plate to put a kill switch and blah blah blah. I don't think I'm going to be doing all that. It's, if I was keeping it, you know, I wouldn't have a problem, but yeah, I can hear that reed valve puffing away. See, the other thing, the reason I do it this way, you know, I let the weight of this handle drop, because when you're trying to do it like this, you know, you don't know if that thing is, you know, you got it crooked this way, crooked, you know what I mean? This way, it's right in there. And then, oh, there it goes. It's dropping right out. A little more tension on it. Boom. I like that. See, even when I'm pulling on it, trying to get the tension, I don't know, am I pulling it exactly, or is it going this way or this way? That's why I do it that way. Okay, so now I see what's going on. That's why this thing is so beat up. See where it's all busted around there, cracked. It's just gonna wear it right out. We'll try and get that other one off. The one with the screw on it. The idle screw. Well, guess what? This one's not gonna work. I didn't realize it, but they're different in size. This one's shorter, and the shaft is smaller. So, like I said too, the original prop here, I can still buy this prop, brand spanking new on eBay. The only problem is it's not going to be this size, because this one's been cut down. It's going to be right back to 13 by 19 because it's brand new. But I also had a guy comment a while back, and he says, man, just pin it, you know. Now I did one prop video where I pinned a prop, and that was from the Outboard, Antique Outboard Association, whatever they're called. You know, that's where I got the idea. I was sitting there reading it on my phone. I was like, let's try it. So it didn't go the way I wanted it to go, but what he says he does, gets medium-sized finishing nails and super glue. And he drives them down in there and super glues them, as you know. I guess that's how he does it, super glues them as he taps them in. So I'm like, well, I got finishing nails, I got super glue. Let's try it and see what happens. I don't have anything to lose. Just, you know, just to confirm once and for all. What the hell, right? These would be, you know, more your medium size, I'm going to say. And these going to be more your larger size. Now, he didn't say whether he drilled this or just crammed them down in there and how he got the glue in there and but I'm thinking these fatter ones are going to be the ticket, and put them right where the ribs are in here. Stay balanced. But is that all I'm going to need? Would it be, you know, around the inside, or do they need to go around the outside? By the looks of this thing, you know, you can see that rubber's chewed up there. And also, maybe it wasn't chewed up back there. Maybe that was just more rubber on the inside. The last run, it started to give out pretty good. Let's see what happens. And I guess you just have to tap it in, hit it with some super glue. Tap it in, hit it with some super glue. He didn't really say exactly how he did it. But what the hell, right? Like I said, I'll try to keep them right with the ribs here. 2, 3. And then, like I said, I guess I should go on the inside because that's where it looks like all the particles of rubber are. Or I can do 3 big ones on the inside and 3 little ones on the outside. Oh, on the outside. And that should go all the way, right? Ooh. Nope, that's gonna stick out. Well, I've got these, and I think I'll be wasting my time with those little ones. Then I found these puppies. Ooh. They got the little twist on them, you know, when they go in, they twist. Real small head on it. That might be the way to go. I like these. Alright, so I buzzed the heads off of these. Should go right down in there. Let's hope. Hopefully. It'll hold. Here's where we get to that point where I start beating up my hand and everything. Now she's going. Finally, wasn't too bad. Just getting there sucked. Let's try an experiment. Shouldn't take but a couple minutes. Holy macaroni. Alright, I just did one right here in the middle of the 2 ribs on the outside. One of these smaller ones. And I'm going to finish it up. One in the middle here, one in the middle here. They're going right in like it's nothing, which I thought would have happened the other way. And when he said medium, that's probably what he was talking about, these little guys. See there? Going in like butter. Who knows, man? Like I said, if it'll just work long enough for me to go, aha, and confirm the theory of the prop being buzzed off over the years. You know what? Maybe it's not the nails at all. Maybe it's just the, the super glue. Oh, baby. Alright, so the original prop is back on. You can see the rake this thing has. And like I said, the theory is the reason it's performing, all the other props are outperforming, is because it's been buzzed down over the years. It's no longer 13 by 19. It's 12 and a half. So we're going to see if the theory is right. Now, I don't know if this prop is going to work. So it's just an experiment. Let it warm up a little bit. Man, it's turning out to be a nice day.
Oh no, don't leave us hanging, baby. Follow the real life saga, one outboard at a time. It's This Old Outboard, baby. You know the channel. Oh yeah, baby.